So anyway guys, so what's important for me now is to have a shower and also to be able to get going, because I have 600 business cards to be able to give today. And once I give these business cards, I'm much more appropriate in what I'm doing. So what I want to do is I want to be able to go around flats somewhere. And if I go around flats, specifically to give my business card to flats, Roshi, it's much more how I feel that I can go and do that. But the thing is, that I realised over there at Liverpool, there is a nice and beautiful program over there where I can go. But the thing is, I want to go around, let's say, car parks for now. And I just want to walk around for a bit. And I'll let it be that way. And I just go all over Sydney right now. And once I give these business cards at car parks here, then make sure I never have to do it again. So what I do is make sure always to just go and grow myself in different ways. By making sure I'm lifting myself in the process of what's happening. And I'm just talking the words. But as I talk the words, I'm doing greater in terms of everything. And now what I want to do also is make sure I have more enough space and time to go deliver my contents in different ways. So the whole point for me is to live my life. So as I live my life, I'm learning very quickly upon helping myself to succeed. And I can go and always draw upon something better for myself. And as I draw upon my life better, I'm making sure I can create a vocal track around somebody as well. And what I can do is I can grab their vocals and I can create a mix around their actual music. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that as I grow and draw upon anything, making sure I just do my life over here in a way that's actually working for me. But no matter what, I can create a certain mix in terms of a nice and beautiful Balkan mix, where it's just a Balkan mix of something. I'm understanding that's something different, where I can actually do a Balkan mix of beautiful language of Balkan people. And I can get all these vocals together and make something happen very quickly. So as I do that, I put electronic music around it, and guess what? I'm a star in the Balkan range right now. I promise you. So what I do is I have to go and get some nice and beautiful music tempos over here, and I want to be able to go and create something around here. So the next mix after Twinkle Twinkle is a Balkan remix. Make a Balkan remix over here. And make sure anyway that what I want to do is just that. And I want to make sure that I have more enough space and time to do that. So in my actual Balkan remix, I want to make sure I can go and grab myself a storyline. And what I want to do is I want to talk it in Serbian. And that way I'm understanding to do something around Serbian people and also Croatian people. And what I do is I use some nice and beautiful, let's say, music around here to be able to go and create something around electronic music around here. So what I want to do is, because the actual notes of the melodies and everything is different here, I'm understanding that what I do is I go and find a melody, and I write a melody, I write one melody, and what I do around Balkan music is I make my own Balkan music, tempo here, and that's the way. And as I go and write my own kind of theory about Balkan music, I just want to pour other people's Balkan music into my music. And as I do that, then I want to create electronic music around my own melody, and that way I'm understanding now we have a Balkan mix. So what I do around that is I'm understanding straight away to go upon my 8 notes. I want to create 8 notes around it and pour other people's music into it. And that way it's my Balkan mix. So as I go and grow myself, I realize what makes a Balkan? I mean, just the vocals. It's the vocals that make a Balkan. And that's it, yeah? And also I can get people's African music and what they sing in African. I can also do that. But the thing is now, I straight away see how I can actually go about it. And what I want to do with the Balkan music is I want to make it psytrance. I want to make a psytrance music, but also I want to make it a trance music melody as well. So that's all 1 hour. And as I do that, I'm making sure anyway that I can go and start my nice and beautiful, let's say, Balkan mix in a way that there's a storyline for 5 minutes. And this one could be, let's say, 5 minutes long. And I let it be that way. And I just go and create a 10-minute actual storyline here with the Balkan mix. Because what I want to do with the actual Balkan vocals here is I want to be able to go and sing a melody at the beginning. And understand that straight away, and what I can do is let it be. And as I actually get the vocals over here, I make sure I place some of these vocals to just sing in the silence. And And as we're singing the silence over here, I want to place some nice and beautiful, let's say, side trance along with that right away. And I'm understanding that my storyline over here is just a background mix, and making sure that what I want to do around that is make sure that I can just let it be like that. And then I start off with a side trance music track for about, let's say, 10 minutes of side trance and energy. And then I go into a beautiful breakdown. So it first starts off with the vocal, and the vocal sings and sings and sings for about 2 minutes. And the vocal singing for 2 minutes. And it's singing in silent mode. And as I do that, then I go and cut up the vocal. I cut up that vocal, and I bring in the nice and beautiful, let's say, side trance module track with a slow kick into a nice and beautiful melody and orchestra around the vocal. And that way the vocal is playing in the background while my side trance mix is actually playing in the background also. And that way I'm understanding that the vocals are actually just playing in the background. And then it goes into a nice and beautiful melody of a breakdown where I can go and study upon doing some trance music now. And I just do trance music all the way now. And that's the only side trance part in the mix. Unfortunately, that's the only side trance part in the mix. And let that be. And why is that? Because I find trance music is much more than side trance. So anyway, so what I do now is I place some nice and beautiful energy music. But the thing is, I want to place energy for that 10 minutes. And now, is it energy or side trance? I realize it's just energy. So I've already done that. I realize that's the kind of side trance I'm talking about. Whereas now, anyway, I realize that I feel there's much more than that. So I realize that there's much more to do than that. So I'm making sure that what I do with side trance melodies over here, to use a melody with a pad, always. And that's my side trance. And that's the side trance I'm talking about. And what I do is I play some jingles in the background mix. And I play some tambourines as well. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. But then I focus on saying that anything that's a mash up mix or anything like that, that's different. I'm making sure that no matter what that, I learn very quickly upon how to go and find myself an orchestra or something like that where I can go and draw upon something to help myself succeed. I mean, I make sure that no matter what that, as I grow, I can use my bulk with Dad's mix and what he has in terms of orchestra. And I can actually use his actual sounds. I mean, he has all these sounds I can use, man. I'm not saying anyway, but since I understand that, or else he may just have the vocal versions. I mean, he may have the vocal versions only. But the thing is that he has all these nice and beautiful, let's say, music tracks that I can use in his actual, or else I can do something around him as well, and I can make a mix around him with his vocal tracks. Or else he has the vocal tracks over here. And as he has a vocal track for Costa Srecha, I can make sure that no matter what, I can go create something around that. But that's something different. And making sure I'm learning very quickly upon what I can do. But the thing about life over here is I'm learning very quickly upon understanding how other people go about their music with Balkan music and all that. And it's all different. So what I do is I just go and enjoy my life. And I go and see that, yes, I can see it's fulfilling. And I make sure I just go and dwell upon helping myself to succeed differently, but I see different mixes over here that I can do. And I'm making sure I just plan everything ahead of the game. But as I plan, I have to go and do much better anyway. So I feel my Super Little Star needs some nice and beautiful funding with money to be able to create that nice and beautiful melody. But what I do is I help others to go and create that kind of melody for me in a way that I create the melody. But the thing is that I want to create it around my vocals. So what I do is I sing up the vocals and I get the instrumentals around my vocals. And once I get the instrumentals around my vocals, I make the energy mix around the vocals and around the nice and beautiful instrumentals that I gave money for. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. And I can use other kind of instrumentals around it. And that way I'm understanding straight away how to actually do my life in Australia. And that's it. I mean, make sure that you understand straight away how to grow yourself And as you grow yourself, guys, then you're focusing on helping yourself to just plan and keep planning your life. But as you plan your life, you're learning very quickly upon what you can do. And that's the whole point. And the whole point is making sure that you're becoming more and more and more. Then you're enjoying yourself along the way. And you're making sure that you're getting ahead of the game. But as you get ahead of the game, you're focusing on promoting yourself and your content and who you are daily. So give people the numbers and give them everything about life, so you can make sure that no matter what, that you can show people exactly how much you're making and whatever it is. But that's all already done by making sure that no matter what, I can see straight away how much more I can say. So if you want to say more, then it's the best kind of way to have money and prosperity in your life. So make sure you understand that no matter what, you just be sure of yourself to go and do what you need to do to succeed. And make sure that you're always looking at the voice memo anyway. So make sure that your voice memos, you can see it. And you can see it working. And make sure that on the phone you have a voice memo, which is your tape recorder. And just record your voice all day long. I'm going to do something around your voice. But for myself, with my live coaching videos today, I'm making sure that I'm going to catch up and do 2 hours today of live coaching. And as I do that, I promise you it's much better for me to understand that. And I focus upon understanding that straight away I need to go and dwell upon a better way. But now, since I have a business much greater and my business is doing better, I'm making sure that what I can do now with my actual Dinotopia track is I can let it be. I want to be making sure that I can go and upload it as it is. I want to upload the Dinotopia track as it is. And it's just a different track, but I want to understand something about life over here. I understand straight away that it's ready for myself to upload it. And I just let it be. I move on. I move on with that. I move on with the Dinotopia. I'm ready to do something different. So thank you very much. And now with my Balkan mix is coming up, I want to be able to plan my mix before I start doing something with the mix or with the actual sounds. I want to be able to plan what I want ahead of time. I want to plan 3-4 tracks before I do anything else, because that way I'm doing greater. But in my Balkan mix over here, I'm understanding that it just starts off with some vocals and then it goes into a Psytrance module. But the vocals can be up to, let's say, 2 minutes. Then it goes into a Psytrance module of energy, just in terms of pure energy, with vocal cuts. Now, do I want to do vocal cuts? Probably yes. I want to do some vocal cuts over here. And then what I do is I let it be that way, and I have some fluctuations in the process over here for 10 minutes. And then I focus upon going into a breakdown with the Balkan mix to make sure I introduce some kind of new vocal. And it has 2 new vocals. I realize there's 2 vocals, and then I build it up, this one, but it's a trance module, and it's a different type of module. And then this one goes for, let's say, I realize the breakdown goes for, let's say, 15 minutes. I realize now it's much more than that. I do better than that. I realize that my storyline in terms of my Balkan mix, probably there's no storyline there. Probably there's no storyline there. Probably it's just pure, let's say, Balkan mix. I just let it be that way, because if I start speaking Serbian into it, probably other people never fucking care about that. I understand? So the thing is, I understand that straight away. But they care about some vocals here and there. I mean, why is that? Because vocals here and there, probably, it sounds like it's overall. But if you're talking directly to certain people only, then other people never care about that. I mean, and that's why I'm understanding that now. So the thing is, straight away I understand that I feel that Armin van Buuren is singing that Dullamura track, and I understand that since he says that, or else he says to specifically to a nation, and that's why I understand that no matter what that, yes, or else people have to care. But the thing is, if I do that, it's much more how they never care about that. They never care about that. I care. I love all that. But it's much more it's much more ethnic kind of style in terms of how Armin van Buuren went about his track with La Resistance de l'Humour. But the thing is, with him, he never understands what he just said. I mean, he said something in French, and he's not even French, man. So he can do it. But if I said that, and I'm Serbian, and specifically I said it to some ethnic groups only, then it sounds like racism. I mean, it sounds like it, but is it really? Brochure, guess what? Brochure, no. Brochure, guess what? Brochure, it's much more how I was just talking to a specific group. But try to involve everybody is what I'm saying. But he is also somebody who never understands that. Or else he never understands that he was just talking to French people here. And that's why he gets the credit in French only. I mean, he only gets the credit in French. If you speak English, then you only have the credit in English only. So that's the thing, yeah? So it's all different. And as you do a different life, then you're focusing on making sure that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. But I see Audio Jungle, I see how my money is replicating what I need. But the thing is with live instrumentals with Alavai, I mean, the thing with live instrumentals around Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is I can go and grab instruments on Audio Jungle right now. And I have those instruments. I have all those instruments, but I have to create more value. And now, more value, I have to give more value, baby. I want other people to create value for me that's totally new. And I want them to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I want them to play something different for me. And that way it's all different, but with my Balkan mix it's all different, and it goes first 2 minutes with the vocals, and then from that point I make sure that I play my Psytrance module, which is just pure energy, for 10 minutes. And that's the first 12 minutes. And then for another 8 minutes I can have a nice and beautiful breakdown. I have a nice and beautiful breakdown where it's just instrumental, and it's just instrumental music. And then I introduce the vocals in the next 5 minutes of that, which is another breakdown with vocals. And now that's the next 15 minutes. So that's already, let's say, I mean, guess what? Probably it's much more how in the first 2 minutes is vocals, and then it goes 10 minutes, which is 12 minutes, and then 8 minute breakdown. 8 minute breakdown from that, which is 20 minutes, and then 5 minutes is with the vocal breakdown, which is the first 25 minutes. And then I want to cut up the vocals all the way, and I want to make all these nice and beautiful finishing touches of the music track to go all the way with my nice and beautiful, let's say, energy all the way. And now, as it's energy all the way, I want the nice and beautiful first 15 minutes to be just energy, and then I want to have, let's say, a pause. But guess what? It's much more how 25 minutes means I go energy for 5 minutes, and then I go energy again with a breakdown for 5 minutes, which is already 35 minutes. And then I go 5, and I realize I have another 25 minutes. So, or else then I can go and just finish up with nice and beautiful energy mix in the most recent 25 minutes. So from that point, it's much more enough for me to understand that if I do that, it's too long. It's so long. But the max energy I want to play in the music is around, let's say, 10 minutes. I mean, 10 minutes of energy is the most somebody can handle. Understand? I mean, 10 minutes of energy music. Just pull the kick on it is the most from now on. And then everything else is a breakdown. Can be, let's say, the most with a breakdown I can do is, let's say, 20 minutes. I mean breakdowns can go 20 minutes. Understand? So why is that? I realize breakdowns can be forever. And the breakdowns can go forever. I just learned that. I mean, that's how it is, yeah? But as I understand now, that the drops also can go forever. I mean, why is that? I mean, they can go forever. And you can put a kick to a track and just fucking chill to it as well. And that's how I understand straight away. But what I do now is a little bit, but what I do with my Balkan mix is the first 2 minutes has the vocals, and then it goes into a kick track for about 10 minutes. And it's a slow incline, or it's a slow incline kick track, which goes small kick to big kick in the first 10 minutes, in terms of the first 12 minutes of my Balkan mix. Then it goes into a breakdown for 10 minutes with just instrumentals, and then it goes into a vocal track for 5 minutes, and that's the first 25 minutes. And then I go into an energy music track for 10 minutes, and then a breakdown for 10 minutes. And now that's 35 and 45. And I have 15 minutes to power and drive the nice beautiful energy. And then, do I want it like that? Probably it's much more how I feel that 25 minutes of energy towards the end is much better. So that means I have 25 and 25, which is 50. So I have a 10-minute breakdown in between. And that way I'm understanding I just do a nice and beautiful 10-minute energy breakdown in between that. So it goes from that point. I understand that no matter what, that I do 10-minute energy and 10-minute breakdown, and then I do the rest. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I need to place 10-minute energy into it as well. I have to, because that way it balances the track out. So what I do is I make a nice and beautiful long build-up of energy music, which can go from vocals into energy vocals for another 10 minutes. And it can go cut up vocals, and then it goes into energy mix all the way. And then that way, I'll power driver through, and making sure I understand straight away how to do that. So I understand straight away from that point, I'm understanding how to actually just show you anyway. I'm showing you guys in music anyway how I'm doing stuff. But the thing is, the thing about me is now, I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. And now for my seminar over here, or is that all the nice and beautiful PowerPoints and everything is done, I'm making sure I have more enough to give on the day. And what I do now is I just get people inside the nice and beautiful room. And now, do I want chairs and tables? I'm pretty sure yes. I want chairs and tables. I want people to I want them to eat at my seminar if they want to. In a sense, so no matter what, I realize from now on, I want to understand that any kind of papers to give them, I'm pretty sure it's more giving them words. Or I realize anything with laser. I can go get a laser quickly. I can get a laser and I can point at the whiteboard. And guess what? I promise you now, I can connect up my nice and beautiful PowerPoint to my Instagram to just show people my Instagram quickly and what to do. And I get people on the day to download Mega Drive. And that way, I'm learning very quickly upon how to do that. And as I do that, I focus upon writing some notes down in terms of what to teach in terms of subcategories. But the thing is, that's how I understand straight away to just plan that. And I just show them time management skills on the day as well. And then I answer their questions quickly. But the time management is what they need. People need time management skills. And they need to be able to manage their time. So what I do is I teach them core basic skills quickly upon success. And make sure that no matter what, I'm never turning my back on the crowd. But guess what? I realize if I have to write something down, then make sure that no matter what, I can go and write something down. I understand? So what I do is, on the whiteboard, I can show them my 1 hour rule. I can show them my 1 hour rule. I can show them my nice and beautiful time management rules very quickly. And the topic of discussion every single day in terms of my seminars is the word I. The word I is the topic of discussion always. And I focus upon understanding that so far, I have my 29th birthday, and it's becoming successful, baby. Actually, my 29th birthday is becoming successful. I see our Dinotopia is ready to go online. I see now, before anything else, I want to make sure I have a cameraman. I have camera hire. I have somebody who's coming to do my camera, and I give him $250, and also I make money on the day anyway. So that's already, let's say, around $1,050 I gave already. And from that point, I'm understanding straight away how to give money. So as I give money, I'm making sure I'm learning the process of how to do everything. And make sure that no matter what the work I can do, even before I give the guy money, so I can call the taxation office and ask them specifically how to make everything legal for me to give money. So what I do is I can call them, and now is it much better for me to call them? I'm like, actually, it's much more how I let it be. And I'm learning anyway. So I'm learning. It's much more how I feel that it's coming up anyway. So what I do is I learn to go and grow myself now. And I have to go and really get the car. I have to get my biological dad's car. But what's coming up is a nice and beautiful orchestra of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But I want to make something new. I want to make new music. And that's the thing, yeah? I never want to just use other people's music. I can make the music in terms of, I can place their music in my music, but is it a nice and beautiful deal? Broshi, guess what, Broshi? It's much more how I feel that yes, I can actually use their music if I want to. And I can use their vocals as well. But the thing is, I want to be able to go and dwell upon helping myself have a new orchestra of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star that nobody else has heard. And then also, I want to make a Christmas mix. I want to make a Christmas mix, man. I want to make a nice, beautiful Christmas party. I want to have a Santa Claus that goes, ho, 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 ho. I want to do that too. And I already have that Jurassic Park notion as well. So that's the thing, yeah. And I want to just let it be that way. And I can make something around clowns as well. I can make something around clowns. I can do some nice and beautiful parade over here to make sure I have more than enough success all the time to succeed. And what else on my actual seminar day is happening is I understand straight away people right now at this point in time are saying, yeah, when he has an event coming up, but the thing is straight away I understand other people are unable to afford me. I mean, they're unable to afford me and they have work as well. So I understand anyway that what's important is a love. But it's much more how, from their point of view, they have work and it's a $200 event and more. And guess what? Because of that, I realized that they feel that it's much more pressure for them to actually come to my event. But that's the thing, yeah? I put them under pressure. I'm putting them all under pressure and saying, hey, if you never give me $200 today to see me live, then go and work your 9-to-5 job. Then go and work the 9-to-5 job. But like this, I'm showing them that there's something better than a 9-to-5 job by coming to me. I'm showing them straight away that there's something much better that they can do today by giving me $200 instead of working a 9-to-5 job. They can come and see me and forget the 9-to-5 job. But that's the thing, and they see that. They see that. So what I do is I move on. And now I'm making sure that no matter what, that from that point, I'm learning very quickly upon how to go and grow myself. But I have to talk into the camera as much as I can daily. And as I do that, I'm making sure I'm always successful more and more and more, because that's what I feel. And I'm always actually using the coronavirus mask if around cars somewhere and doing busking performances around roads somewhere. I'm making sure I put on the coronavirus mask and I go and do what I need to do. But making sure anyway that what I do is I find myself around better places anyway, and make sure that anyway that when I actually congratulate myself because I can see straight away how to make music much better. But the thing is, I'm actually looking at the nice and beautiful knowledge over here that says, hey, I can do a nice and beautiful pad notion with energy. I can make 1-note pads. I can do energy with growth speed, and it's no problem for me to make 1-note systems as well. And I can place nice and beautiful melodies on top of that as well. I can place melodies on top of the actual pad notion, and I can create extra notes as well with symphonies. And then I can always do that. And I'm making sure anyway that I start off my music track with beautiful aspects of life over here. And then what I do is I want to create another melody rhythm. And now my melody rhythm, in terms of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I want to create an electronic version. I want to create an electronic version of an ARP and also a nice and beautiful jingle version to that. And I'm making sure that anyway, that since I understand straight away how notes go, I realize that I can see straight away how I'm doing live. But what I want to do with that is I want to just place everything into the fruition that I can do it. And you can actually go and summarize a music track of notes, and you can go and you can go and promote other people's music tracks if you want, but the thing is, promote your music tracks more than other people's music tracks, and then understand straight away that what you do is promote everything and make it a symphony. Make it nice and beautiful. Otherwise, if you make it nice and beautiful and you gave money for it, then guess what? Probably it's your music now, and it's something that you made, and that's yours, man. So what you do is straight away understand that no matter what, I have to go and listen to my Dinotopia track as I go along somewhere. So I'm making sure I can go and upload it today online. I love it. But actually that's done. But what I want to do with the 16-bit version, I see Jesus Christ is saying something about 16-bit version over here. I'm making sure that no matter what, it's more how I feel. I'm saying that, but the thing is, I want to understand straight away how to go and use the 16-bit version. I love it. But how do I actually get it into a 16-bit version now? And that's the thing, yeah? So what I want to do is upload all the content online, and then I want to upload that file. I want to see how to get the 16-bit version over here. I can open up a new software. I can get a new software that can help me do it. And Audacity can do it. For sure, Audacity can do it. I make it Audacity. I love it. I can put it into Audacity, and I can place nice and beautiful music into Audacity and make it all day long. But what I realized now, what I want to do before the 26th of May, there's a live. I understand that no matter what I want to do before the 26th of May is I want to make sure that I have that nice and beautiful notion of having a trolley with me. And why? Because I want to have a trolley before the 26th of May. I want to have it with me. And that way I'm doing some busking performances, and I want to go around town, and I want to do something around DJing in front of people, baby. I want to DJ my music in front of people. I never fucking care about them. I want to DJ my music in front of people. And that's it. That's how I practice my DJing. I practice my DJing in front of people as I do busking performances now. I mean, that's it. And that's why I'm placing my business cards on the floor like this in front of people while doing DJing in front of them on the streets. And that's how I actually do my business, baby. And that's why I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon doing that for myself from now on. And that's why I need a trolley. And then I need to get a trolley to be able to do that. And as I get a trolley for myself, I go and focus upon understanding I have to go and groom myself as well. And I have time to do what I need to do. But as I grow myself right now, I'm looking for better ways of dealing with life. And I'm making sure I'm on top of the words. I'm on top of the words today. I'm positive with other people, but make sure that if you're talking to other people, then talk to them all the way, because you're recording them anyway. And record them always. I mean, always record a conversation over the phone, because you teach people straight away about yourself. And I'm looking at a nice and beautiful picture over here of myself over here, which has these nice and beautiful bubbles on the actual nice and beautiful window. I'm making sure that anyway, that what I'm learning quickly is understanding straight away how that feels. And how that feels is a nice and beautiful way of life, where I'm understanding that I'm learning quickly upon how to actually dwell upon a better way. But that's a nice and beautiful photo. And I create something nice and beautiful for myself always, to make sure that you guys are looking on in a way that you guys have all the ideas that you need daily to succeed is what I'm doing. So as I succeed, I'm finding the courage and necessary aspects of life to be able to give you different deals. And as I give you different deals in a day, I'm making sure that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel. I just go and get my FBOSS machine now. And as I get my FBOSS machine, I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually dwell upon something that's actually helping me move forward. I can invite David as well. I can call David to my event, and I can say, hey, man, if you want to come to my event, and it's this and this and this. And anyway, that's the best idea. And I call David to my event. I say, hey, David, come to my event. And David is my Uber driver. And he's my Uber driver in Port Stephens over there. So I'm understanding that I went to Port Stephens recently, and he lives in Port Stephens, but he can come visit me if he wants. And that way, he may be able to. So anyway, what I want to do, I say, anyway, if he comes along, then I can give him free entry. But the thing is, I'd rather him give me $200. I realize now, I want to message him now. I want to message this other guy as well, to just show them quickly to come to my event so I can make $400. And that's it. I promise you, that's why I'm understanding that no matter what, I go and message Atanas over here. And Atanas is somebody else over here who's been living with me before. And make sure that no matter what, I have his number over here. I just go to Atanas. Make sure I go and see him over here. I see him straight away, and how I actually go and live my life. I make sure that I go and dwell upon something that's actually helping me move forward. And I just go and message him over here my business card. So I just say, I need you to come. I need you to come on my day. I need you to come on my day. And I can put a question mark here. And now at the moment with a question mark there, Brush always say yes. And always give him a question mark notion. And guess what? Brush I say yes with a question mark. And that's it, yeah? Brush, if you ask him, Brush, it's always a yes. But is it really? Brush, it's only a yes if you put a question mark. But guess what? Is it really? Brush, no. Brush, they can say no. But he specifically says yes. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon doing that. And I just go and get David Uber driver. I send David the Uber driver my notes over here. And I send Danny Lim as well, somebody I can invite straight away now. And I go and do that for myself as well. But making sure that no matter what, I just go and see Port Stephens over here. I have David, for example. And I say David Uber. I say I can give him a call and a notion. But the thing is, I can call him. And the best thing to do is to call him up front to say, hey, I have a notion over here to say that no matter what, if you want to invite somebody, then call them personally. And that way they appreciate you more because you did call them. So no matter what, I understand that no matter what, it's all the nice and beautiful theories to tell them that it's $200 per day. And what I want to do is just call him quickly and be able to talk to him. I invite him down, so I'm actually showing him that it's $200 per ticket. And from that point, if he asks for free entry, then I give him a free entry. And that's it, yeah? Rosh, that's how it is. I want to see, is it valuable? I want to see, is he available or what? Rosh, from that point, I just learn very quickly about what's happening. See, he's actually gone. So making sure, anyway, I want to send him a message. I say, David, it's Danny. I say, David, it's Danny. I need you to come to my event. And I just gave you a call. So if you want to invite them to talk to you, guess what? No need to talk to him from this point on in terms of words over the phone. But if he wants to call me, he can. I say, David, it's Danny. I need you to come to my event. And I just gave you a call over the phone. And I send you the details. I realize that's how I feel. And how I feel is to just send him the nice and beautiful notion over here of my business card so he can go and find much more into what's happening and what's going on. And as I really, really do that, I understand straight away that he may be working and he may be driving today. So I'm understanding that what I do is I move on. I have a missed call over here. And I have no missing calls over here. But I have a better way of life than that. I realize what I want to do is I'm making sure that no matter what, that it's more how I feel that you guys must understand straight away how to actually grow. So as you grow, I have to go and block Danny Lim on Facebook. And I did block him because I understand straight away that it's more, I never hate him, but I did block him because I'm just doing my word I over here. I'm loving I. I'm better than ah. So as I really, really grow myself completely, I'm looking for better ideals. I'm looking for better ways of doing things. I'm looking for a better way to appear and a better way to go and suss out everything for myself. But that's the thing, yeah. If you're willing to help yourself to do something to succeed, then invite people down to your events. And I have James Peros over here. Where you can come down. I can just say, I can just send him a message over here. But let's have a look. That's the thing, yeah. I want to make sure that anyway, that what's amazing about this story over here is I'm learning quickly upon what am I actually doing around here. I sent a message to someone through this nice and beautiful way of life over here. But the thing is, now I'm understanding what I need to do is I need to go and dwell upon something that's better for me. But what's better for me is to understand straight away how to actually unsend something over here, because I sent somebody a message that's actually something from the past. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to send them the most recent message. I say over here to somebody. I sent this guy, James Peros, a question mark in terms of, I need you to come to my event. And I sent him a nice and beautiful event page, and he seems much more curious about it, so he wants to. And I make sure that no matter what, since that's the case, I go and just see Danny Lim over here. And Danny Lim is somebody who is in my life, and I understand that no matter what, he is just somebody who I just go away from in a way to be alone, and I want to be alone. I never want to be around him, but I want to be around him at my birthday, and I want to be around him on my birthday. But I have nothing against him, as you can see. I have nothing against the guy, but I block him to be away from him. In a sense, that's the whole point, yeah. So the whole point for me is to just go and dwell upon helping myself to succeed differently. And as I go and invite these people down, I'm looking to just go and find whoever it is to go and dwell upon something that helps me grow. So as I grow, I'm focusing upon helping myself to succeed and just going and doing a greater job for myself to go and give 600 business cards right now, because I understand that no matter what, I have more than enough time. But I'm understanding that no matter what, it's much more how I feel, that I never want to waste my time, but just send Danny Lim my content now. I send him my beautiful message because that's the only way he gets it. And anyway, I want to send him a message so I never have to go to his house over there to go and do it. So as I do it, I just say, hey, I need you to come to my event, man. I need you to come to my event, bro. I realize now straight away after he gets the message, I say, I need you to come to my event, bro. See, if you ask with the word I anything, then guess what? Then you can do it. But make sure you understand that if you want to ask somebody specifically to come down or for other people, then you can. But the thing is that if you ask other people to do something for you also extra, then guess what happens? Apparently you may get a no. So what you do is make sure you understand that I always understand something about my life. I'm saying I'm always messaging those people who are delivering my content. So no matter what, I feel that Danny Lim is more enough over here for me to just help myself with him and making sure that no matter what, I just go. Because I understand I want to invite, let's say, Romeo down as well, but I go to him specifically for this. I never try to get anybody else to come with anybody else. I just say that if you're understand that your brother is Romeo and you are Stephen, I say, hey, Stephen, I want you to come to my event. But then when I was with Romeo, I go to him. I go to Romeo by myself to ask him personally, and I never ask you to bring your brother down. I mean, how stupid does that look? I mean, does it look stupid? Probably it looks stupid, yeah. I mean, why does it look stupid? I mean, why? I mean, make sure you understand that if you feel that you deserve other people in your life more, then you can always ask other people to bring other people too. I mean, you can ask, and that's the thing, yeah. So what I do now is I just say, I need you to bring Romeo, bro. And that's how it is. Or else anyway, I'm making sure that he's inviting his brother as well, and also Romeo. So for example, with my Facebook page over here, I make sure I just go check it really quickly to see what's going on with my Facebook page over here. But I feel the time is shifting, but it's much more how I'm ahead of the time and I can see it. The thing is, I have to be much more ahead of the game. I have to be much better about what I'm doing over here with my life. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I can do much better than this, and I can go actually faster and faster, but there's no time to waste around here. I'm making sure I'm never wasting time around my life. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have more enough time to succeed differently, and I just go and succeed to make sure that I can go and ask my biological dad now to help me to bring along what I need to succeed. So just bring some water with me. So in my green bag, I always just bring some water. I never bring any juice with me while driving my biological dad's car. I just bring juice with me from the actual supermarket while actually with my biological dad's car. So if I go to a supermarket to just go back to my biological dad's car or to my biological dad's house from the supermarket, then I bring juice. But the only time I bring juice is once I'm coming back from that nice and beautiful place of the supermarket into my accommodation to do my word I. Because everything I understand that. I understand straight away to just ask my biological dad here to get the car quickly to do my business cards. Ik ga zijn Charlie. Je moet dat die samo da vidim sa autom da idem negde da dajem svoje karte. Ja imam karte da dajem. Ja dajem svoje karte. Ja dajem svoje karte ljudima.
Šta ćeš?
Ja samo da sad vremena.
Pa idi.
Ja samo da te pitam. So anyway guys, I mean, that's why I'm understanding that he's sleeping. And because he's sleeping, I realize I'm just asking him, yeah? I'm just asking him to be able to go with his car to just go somewhere. But the thing is now, that since I'm actually talking throughout my day more and more words, I'm creating and crafting my life very quickly, guys. And because I'm crafting my life very quickly, I just want to fucking go. Because I understand I have to brush my teeth and I have to groom. But guess what? I fucking believe that my nice and beautiful seminar over here is more fucking important to give that information on a day, to have fucking more money and more fucking people at my event than fucking grooming myself for the next hour. In terms of next, I mean, do you understand? I mean, it's much more important for me to understand this now. That before I even leave my house and before I even leave any kind of event or anything on the line in terms of life, and I'm never leaving anything on the line other than my word I want to make sure that I'm always grooming myself quickly before I go anywhere. But I understand straight away that I want to go this time around to promote myself quicker. So guess what? I want to make sure that no matter what I do, that from now on, that I never ever do this again. But other than that, it's much more how I feel. That if I go and groom myself now, I realize it's much more how I want to just go and let it be. I want to go and do my life in a way that I'm growing. I want to make sure I'm just leaving now to make sure I can go. I realize that I asked Jesus what he does in terms of Jesus Christ, and I asked Jesus Christ what he does here. I realize I want to ask, does he go and do a grooming session now? Or does he do a grooming session before he promotes his business cards? Or how does that work? I see Jesus Christ says it's more about yourself looking good. But I understand that no matter what, that the event's coming up. And because the event's coming up, I need to also give 600 business cards. And that's the thing, yeah? I realize although Jesus Christ says that before you even have to leave to go, then just make sure that you groom before you actually go. And always do that, yeah? I mean, that's the thing, yeah? So I'm never running late about anything, but I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I understand my disciplines. I can see my disciplines today. I have to go and groom myself quickly. But the thing is now that what I want to do is I want to just go for this time, and just this one time, I want to go promote my business cards quickly, so I can go and dwell upon helping myself to succeed. But what I'm doing is I'm ahead of the game, but I understand that for the next, let's say, whatever it is, that it's much more how I feel. That I just go. And as I go now, I want to make sure I'm never wasting time. I'm looking for a better answer, and I'm looking for something that helps me grow. And what helps me grow is just to go and give the business cards this time. I never look so bad, but the thing is, I can look better. I mean, I can brush my teeth. And as I brush my teeth, I do better. I'm never shaming myself either. I'm making sure I never waste your time, but making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon how I'm actually doing my life. But how I do my life, guys, is very different. And I'm making sure that I seem like I've been rushing. I seem like I've been rushing today to do everything. So no matter what I do today, is I'm learning to study, I'm learning to understand the game of art, and I'm listening to my beautiful Dynatopia track now. But the thing is, now I want to be able to go and listen to my Dynatopia track, and I can go and listen to the nice and beautiful, let's say, middle part of the track. So what I can do is, I realize as I go and create music tracks, I can go and study upon helping myself to defeat that guy, in terms of never defeat that guy, but I want to be able to go and create a 35-hour music track and more of just music electronical, to be able to show people a symphony or some sort, so I can break a record, and so I can do something different. And that's different, but that's just one time. And that's just one time. And I can do it one time. I can do it one time. So that's a time management of what I can do. And that's coming up as well, where I'm creating a nice and beautiful 35-hour mix of music compositions around some kind of track. And that way, that's the only one I make, and I just move on. So what I do now is I focus upon helping myself to deliver contents. So as I deliver contents, I focus upon helping myself to see where that nice and beautiful track is. But the track that I'm talking about here, I'm understanding that no matter what, I have to download it. And as I download it, I just go quickly to my Mega Drive here, and I just go and give it. But I'm understanding that the rush over here is like a nice and beautiful cocaine rush. But the thing is, I never need a cocaine rush. I need to make sure that it's much more, I'm never a drug addict. But that's drug talk right there. I never need cocaine. I'm making sure that. I'm making sure of that, and I'm making sure that no matter what, it's much more, I was just quick. I'm quick to emotion, and it's much more energy is what I'm saying. I'm talking about energy here. I'm talking about the words. I never need drugs. I never need drugs in my life. But the thing is about life is making sure that you're studying and learning about the art of helping yourself to succeed differently is what you need to do. But as you do that, then go and study upon helping yourself quickly to go and deliver content, and making sure that you have that nice and beautiful blessing of life that you need to succeed with. And that way you're learning very quickly upon helping yourself to understand what you need out of life. But what you need out of life is to focus upon showing yourself the nice and beautiful notion of whatever it is that helps you move forward. But as you move forward, then you're looking for a beautiful way of life where you understand straight away how to actually live your life. So as you live your life differently, then focus on downloading the content that you need to succeed with, and then you're making sure that you're getting ahead of the game is the whole point. And now for myself over here, I'll make sure that no matter what, I can change up the difference over here, and I can make sure I can just start a beautiful track. And let's have a look at the nice and beautiful track. So what I do is I focus upon helping myself to deliver the content. So as I deliver my content, I'm looking for myself to just go now, and I focus on understanding that Jesus Christ is just saying go, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon how to go and persuade myself to do better. But how I do better is I'm learning something. I'm learning how anybody can be successful, guys. And you can be so successful today if you're just studying the word of I. I mean, the word I is everything. I mean, those who have the word I can always dwell upon a better way. I mean, I have to go and also understand something now. I have to go and create my 3-minute music track, which is energy music. So I go first create all the energy mixes. I create all the energy mixes, and then I can go and create the chill mixes around here. So as I do that, I make sure that no matter what, I already see the nice and beautiful energy part of the music track that's the loudest in terms of something that's actually much greater. But what I want to do is just use that mix there, because that's all energy. And as I do that, I promise you it's much more how I feel. It's the best composition in my music track around energy trance music typically. So I just go and place that mix there, and I already see how to do it much quicker. So I'm focusing on making sure that I have more enough success all the time to do a greater job. But that's the whole thing, yeah. I mean, the whole thing is change up the energy into a trance mix only, and then you have trance energy mix, and then you have a euphoric trance, which is euphoric melody trance, and then you have something different all the time in your mix or music. And then that's the thing, I see straight away how they view music and how I view music. And how I view music is that I can see straight away what I want in my music track in the long run, but they see short term on the actual music. I mean, they see a short-term resolution upon what they're doing. And that's why I'm understanding straight away that when I see a beautiful orange light on the pedestrian highway somewhere, I just stop prior to that, and I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how I can also just do my life quickly to go and give all these business cards, because that's the way I see life. And the way I see life is making sure I'm learning very quickly upon how to do greater. But as I do greater, I'm lifting myself from the situation of where I am, and I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually grow. But as I grow, I do something different. And what I do differently is I create all these nice and beautiful music tracks differently. And then as I do that, I'm looking to see that my words are ahead of me. And since my words are ahead, I realize that I've been rushing so much. But the thing is, I have to rush to give out my business cards. And that's why I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how it is. And how it is for me, I understand, is to create a better lifestyle for myself, to make sure I have more enough time to deliver whatever I need to do in terms of life to succeed, is what I'm talking about. So I'm actually just looking over here to see where is this nice and beautiful green valley around here. So I'm always learning about the different streets and everything that I can go into in terms of life, to make sure I'm learning very quickly upon how to go and deliver content. But my nice and beautiful track over here is sounding amazing, and I can always break up my music sets, and I can play different types of music sets at different ranges. And that way I'm always learning that it's nice and beautiful for me to understand that no matter what I love, I can always play my Idonotopia track in a mix of something different, and I can play with other music tracks. And that way I'm understanding straight away how to go and grow myself differently. I'm understanding straight away how music tracks go a different way, and I can see the Valley Plaza is over here on the right side. So I'm understanding anyway that I see the pine trees over here are so beautiful in Australia. So what I'm doing always is I'm looking to help myself to succeed differently. And as I give people the notion about what I'm doing, I'm just here at the Green Valley car park. I'm making sure I go around these car parks around here to make sure I'm studying upon help myself to succeed. So then I have to watch out how fast I'm going around here. So it's a 40 zone over here. I have to be careful, man. I have to be careful. I apologize for that. I make sure that no matter what, that I realized I was going 50 in a 40 zone. So guess what? I realized it's much more how I feel. I'm doing better than that. I'm making sure that what I need to do is a greater way of life. And I'm understanding that it's much more how I have to be careful. So as I be careful and I do a greater life for myself, it's more how I feel. And no matter what, if I say that, bro, then other people hear it. But I was actually going 60 also in the way of life over here. I'm making sure anyway that what I do is I move on, man. I make sure that no matter what, that since I understand to undo that, or else then I say that I was never going 50 in the 40 zone. I understand? And that way I undo that actual question mark over here. And make sure that no matter what, I just go and do greater. And that's how you undo actual knowledge. Otherwise, whereas if you want to undo knowledge and you want to do something greater for yourself over here, and always study upon what you can do to make sure that you have a nice and beautiful way of life. I have to watch out to the right side over here to make sure that no matter what, that I'm looking out for myself over here. I'm making sure that I see what is happening around here. So it's much more how it is, huh? So I see it's a different car park lot over here. Make sure that I see a car park over here. I'm going to park my car around here. So I'm understanding that as I park my car around here, I just go straight in. And as I park my car, I do a greater job for myself anyway. I'm making sure I go around now just playing my music while giving my beautiful business cards. So what I want to do is I bring my shoulder bag with me. And that's how it is. I never rely on my Bolch or Dad's car to have my shoulder bag. But I always bring my shoulder bag regardless of what's happening. And I never leave it in the car. I never leave my nice and beautiful, let's say, shoulder bag in my Bolch or Dad's car or any car. Ever. Even if I just am out the door somewhere. I'm always doing better than that because I never want to lose anything. I know why. I'm rushing now. Since that's the case, I'm focusing on helping myself to succeed over here. So that's why I'm understanding straight away how to actually grow myself. So I did place my shoulder bag on the floor, and you can always place your shoulder bag on the floor to get all of your stuff out of the car, in terms of all of your stuff out of your biological family's car. And that way I place my actual shoulder bag on the actual floor, and then I place the actual keys of my actual biological dad's car inside of my shoulder bag from now on. And I do it like this only. And why do I do it like this? Because when you actually place your shoulder bag on the floor and then place the actual keys to your car into your shoulder bag while your actual shoulder bag is on the floor, then you notion to yourself that this is the only time of how you actually do that. And it's the only time of how you actually place anything in terms of your car keys into your shoulder bag. While placing your shoulder bag on the actual floor, then what happens is you get to go and deliver content like that, and you get to always understand you never lose your actual key or else you never lose your actual keys. So I'm understanding that I realize over here that what I need to do is study upon what's happening. I'm studying that Jesus Christ is saying that I have to go and just promote myself quickly because there's so much more time to go, but I have to do it quickly, man. And what you do here is just realize all the time that since I'm actually focusing on a great way of life for myself, I'm making sure that I have more enough time to just go and do a greater life. But make sure you're placing your shoulder bag very quickly on the floor. So as you place your shoulder bag on the floor quickly, then place anything you want on the shoulder bag in terms of inside of the shoulder bag while your actual shoulder bag's on the floor is the best kind of recommendation, because then you feel that you have to place your shoulder bag on the floor once you get out of the car, and that way it's a beautiful notion for you to be able to go and place something into your shoulder bag like this. And that way you're placing your keys or your drinks or whatever you need to place inside of your shoulder bag, and then you're doing a greater job for yourself. But as you do a greater job, you're looking to understand straight away how you actually have to promote yourself differently, always. So just go around cars everywhere and just make sure that no matter what, that everybody gets their business cards. And that way it's your business card that they're getting, and you just deliver content and deliver information quickly, and just focus upon understanding what you need to do always is deliver content quickly. And that way you're just walking around the car parks. I'm walking around car parks around here, and that way I'm understanding that no matter what, I have to promote my business. I have to promote myself and my company and my label. But today I want to do 2 hours of actual life coaching, and also I want to catch up for yesterday, and that way I'm understanding I'll do it for I only, but I want to catch up. So I do a greater job, and I make sure always that once I step over a curb or anything like that, or if I step over a curb, I make sure I look at the floor before I step over the curb. So I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually deliver my content. So as I deliver my content, I look at the car and I look to see is there anybody in the car before I actually place my business card on their dashboard. So that way I'm understanding straight away that if they want my business card, they can ask for it. And I'm learning very quickly to just study the game of art to upload my content right now online as well to do a greater job.